Hello fellow SIMAGICians, and today I'll be taking you through a lap around the very technical, undulating Algarve International Circuit. For this lap, I'm using the SIMAGIC Alpha wheelbase alongside with the GT Neo steering wheel and the P1000 pedals with both hydraulic upgrades and the PHBR haptic motors. Coming into turn 1, you want to start braking just after the second white line here. Then start trailing off the brakes and turn in early just before the last white line here, and carry speed onto the apex. Use all the inside curbs for maximizing the line. Quickly get back on the power to carry the speed out of the corner. Be careful not to go too wide and drop all four wheels out of the red and white curbs, as it will be an invalidated lap. Hit the inside of turn 2, keep it pinned. Slowly put the car back to the outside in preparation of turn 3, then start braking just before the 50-meter white line. And be smooth on the control during the entry to avoid overloading the outside tyres. Get on the power to rotate the car for the exit. Leave about 1 car length on the exit and go back onto the right and open up turn 4 as much as possible. Start to turn in at about 2 car lengths before the bridge. Keep it flat and minimize steering to maintain speed and balance, and careful not to go beyond the track limits on the exit. For turn 5, you want to spot the brakes just alongside the screen runoff here. Maintain a linear brake force during the braking phase to avoid lockups, and bring the car in deep to take a late apex to straighten up the exit. Once you're on the inside curb, get on the power to point the car for the exit. Make sure to use the outside curbs to open up the exit for better traction. Keep the car locked to the left on turn 6 to open up turn 7. Start turning in for turn 7 just before the white line here, and lift just before the apex to gain front end bite. Get on the power briefly to rotate the car before straightening the steering and start braking at the 50-meter white line for turn 8. Careful on applying brake pressure to avoid lockup in this corner. You want to maintain the brake for a brief period and turn in a bit later. Gently balance the steering and braking to rotate the car into the late apex to avoid overloading the front or rear axle. Once you're at the apex, quickly get on the power to rotate and straighten up the car for the exit. Keep the car straight and run a short line to turn 9. Keep it flat and towards the left of the track to open up the upcoming, very tricky braking turn 10, 11 complex. You want to first start turning in at the first white line here at turn 10 and place the car to the middle of the track, while start braking into the corner just after the line. Preferably, you want to brake early and light. Carry the braking phase all the way into the corner, as any sudden inputs will overload the tyres. Gently bring the car towards the inside, just missing the inside curbs, and get on the power gradually to bounce the car out of the downhill exit of turn 11. Minimize steering input on the exit to avoid overloading the rear axle. Run a short line to turn 12 and keep it pinned, and run the car towards the exit curbs and straighten up the car for the braking of turn 13. You want to spot the brakes just before the 50-meter white line and turn in a bit later while trailing off the brakes. Aim for the apex just at the end of the sausage curb here, and get on the power gradually to rotate the car to the exit. Make use of the exit curbs, but careful not to go too wide. Quickly place the car back to the left and open up turn 14. You want to start turning in just before the end of the grass patch, carrying a bit of braking to aid rotation into the corner. Be patient while carrying speed into the corner to avoid overloading the rear axle. And get the power down quickly as soon as the corner starts to open up. And let the car run all the way to the exit curbs to maximize the exit. Turn in early and hit the inside of turn 15 just before the drop. Run a smooth, linear line for maximizing the speed through the flat-out turn 15. And that's it, a lap around the Algarve International Circuit.
West of you. stick fast left to 6.